Hey YouTube, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I managed to get a new video going on, but of course since I live in Dunfermline, it's really rare to manage to find shops that, have old games to buy. So I usually have to resort to online stores like Retroplay and a place I know called Games World Bodmin, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my last video for when I got my Sega Dreamcast. I managed to get a couple of good games these past couple of weeks. I've managed to get some during the past while, but I didn't think it was enough to be able to make a video of it. But I managed to get some good games now, so I may as well just show you them now, eh? But still, pretty cool games. I might get a console as well, okay? So, the first thing I got, give me a second. There we go. The first one I got is a purple Game Boy Color. It was pretty cheap. Pretty good condition, and which is a plus, comes with the battery cover, because I know nowadays people sell a lot of Game Boy Colors or any Game Boy console without having the battery cover, which kind of ruins the point of owning a console, doesn't it? You don't want to keep touching the batteries, you want to make sure they're safe. Okay, and I got a couple of games for it as well. First one is a loose cart F1 race. I managed to get this when I was a kid and quite enjoyed it, so I was quite happy to see that it was somewhere in store. It cost me £50, quite happy with that. Next game is another loose cart, and it's for the Game Boy Advance. That is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, one of those NES classic games. There was quite a few of them, which was pretty cool. I know there was Metroid and Donkey Kong as well, but I'm yet to find them. Okay, next one is a Game Boy Color, which is pretty good, handy. That is Micro Machines V3. I've always liked the Micro Machine games, they're pretty fun. And they're always more fun when you're playing with a friend, so pretty cool. Been a while since I won that one, just always forgotten to actually mention it in my videos. The next one is a box, which I'm pretty happy with, and that is Rockman XE, or in America and Europe, Mega Man Battle Network Battle Chip Challenge. I played it before. It's not one of the better Mega Man games, well, the Battle Network games. It's still pretty cool, and I like the fact that I could get it boxed properly, and I'm pretty happy with it. Next one is another NES. This is another NES classic. That is the original Legend of Zelda, one of my all-time favourite games for the NES. Now, unfortunately, I can't find it for the NES itself at a good price, so I'll just have to play the Game Boy Advance one for now until I can get the original copy. But it's still good. It's playable, at least. Let's just say that. This one I got from Nintendo for it's Star Points that you get when you buy Nintendo Wii games, and that you get this little leaflet you can scratch off, put a code in, and you get points for it, and you can exchange those points for anything you want, from DS cases to music soundtracks, or even any other random thing that you could just find. They used to have this Legend of Zelda gold statue which cost like 15,000 stars, but apparently, from what I've been told and noticed, it's been taken off the catalogue, which is a bit disappointing because that's one of the ones I was after. But I had 7,000 points and I managed to get this. That is the Super Nintendo Wii controller. So it's pretty much it's a complete replica of the Super Nintendo controller, but it's been made to be compatible with the Nintendo Wii itself, so you can play all those virtual console games that you enjoy, like for me Castlevania and Final Fantasy. It's pretty cool to own. I got these just a couple of days ago. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday I got these games. I'm pretty happy with them. First one for the PlayStation 2 is Phantom Brave. I've been 50-50 between like and dislike of the Disgaea series, and this is done by the same people, Koei. I'm not really sure what I can say about it. NIS software, that was it. You could say it's a fresh start from the original Disgaea series, but to be honest, I actually enjoy this more than Disgaea right now because it's not like a grid-based system. You can move freely when you want. Of course, you only have so many steps to take, but still, it's a pretty good game. I'd highly recommend it. It's pretty fun. Next ones for PSP. There's Tactics Ogre Premium Edition. I got this for, I'm pretty sure it was £7. Pretty good condition. I've checked the insides. It's got the art book, the soundtrack, which I thought was going to be a giant CD, but no, it's one of the small UMDs that you'd use for the PSP itself. But it's still pretty cool, and I'm pretty happy with it because I got this from Game, and I had points on my cards I could use for discounts, so I managed to get this along with another game. If I show you, that would be Darkstalker Chronicles. Now, I've always known about Darkstalkers, and I contemplated whether getting it or not. But when I started playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the Xbox 360, it got me back into the classic arcade style beat 'em up games. So I just decided to finally get it. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm enjoying it, so that's good. This is a PC game, also known as Clive Barker's Undying. Now, I'm not sure if people have heard of this before, but if you've not, then I'll definitely recommend you to try it. It's a first-person shooter, and you can use magic. It's kind of a horror-based game. Pretty good game. Yeah, it's definitely a good game. One of my favourites when I was loads of years ago, between the 2000s. It's still pretty cool. The next game for the PC is Duke Nukem Forever. Now, I've always been a major fan of the Duke Nukem series, from the old 2D side-scrollings to, well, let's say the Duke Nukem 3D. Now, I know there's been loads of comments and debates about whether Duke Nukem Forever is good or bad, and from looking at IGN and GameSpot, it's gotten pretty much like a 4.5 out of 10, being poor. Now, I admit it's not as great as the original Duke Nukem 3D itself, but to be honest, it's a new game, shooting aliens, blowing shit up. What more can you ask for, really? And plus, it's a good game if you're bored. But if you're into Duke Nukem, then to be honest, even I'd suggest that you're better off just playing the Duke Nukem 3D, whether it be for the PC or the Xbox 360 Live Arcade. To me, I'd really just give this game a 7 or 6 out of 10. The graphics are a bit outdated compared to nowadays. It seems that they've not really focused on the graphics ever since, well, 3D Realms got bankrupt and sold over to someone else. So, I guess it's everyone's opinion, really, yeah. Next one is another PSP game. That is Final Fantasy IV: The Complete Collection. I managed to get this for £10 because it was on a sale. Brand new mint condition. I'm pretty happy with it. It comes with, I haven't opened it yet, it comes with the handkerchief, or whatever you call it. What would you call it? Cloth. It looks like a handkerchief. But yeah, it's a pretty cool cloth. I'm not going to open it because it's a collector's item, and I'm pretty happy keeping it like that. And then we've got things like they look like tarot cards, but of course they're just pitched like art cards of the characters themselves. It's just pretty sure this is Cecil, and if you look at the other side, it's got another art going. Then you get 6 or 7 total of these cards, and they're pretty cool to look at. But for only £10, it's a pretty good deal. And it comes with 3 Final Fantasy IV games: the original, the After Years, which I'm pretty sure came out for the Wii as a virtual game, and the Interlude, which I'm pretty sure only came in the Complete Collection. Okay. Next one is for the Nintendo GameCube. That is Shadow the Hedgehog. See, this is another game like Duke Nukem Forever. It's everyone's guess. It can be good or bad, good or shit. Depends. You can be your Shadow. Obviously, you can decide to be good or evil, and the way the decision that you make depends on the level that you go on to. So the only thing is there's so many levels, so many choices, that it takes quite a long time to get to the secret ending where it becomes super, or is it hyper shadow, I'm not completely sure. But I got this from Games World Bodmin for, I'm pretty sure it's £7, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's mint condition, and as I open the book, I'll open the box, there's no disc because it's in my GameCube, but there's the instruction booklet. It's all mint condition, so I'm happy, really happy with it. Next game, pretty happy I got this. That is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS, or just 3D, yeah. It's a really good game. I mean, by all means, it's just Zelda from the Nintendo 64. Nothing new, nothing changed except from the graphics itself. The 3D effects, a lot to be desired, I could say. I do see it. I've got good visions for seeing in 3D, but to us, there's not that much of effects on the Zelda game. I've completed the original and now on Master Quest. I like the way that you can move with the gyroscope and move about with the, with the crossbow, the bow and arrows or the slingshot. It's okay, I could say. It's definitely fun for playing as a portable game, as I'm pretty sure others will agree. We'll just need to see what Nintendo does for Zelda itself for the upcoming games. Like Skyward Sword, that looks pretty good, and maybe they'll encourage them to make a new Zelda game, kind of like this kind of game style play for the 3DS itself. Okay, next game, that is Fade to Black. Unfortunately, it's not original casing, it's from the Classics collection, but I'm still pretty happy with it. I remember playing this years ago when I was little, and I really enjoyed it. It comes with the instruction booklet, which you can admit it's pretty thick, obviously for multi-language, and obviously since it's platinum, it doesn't have the original CD cover, but it's fine for me. As long as the game plays, that's good. And the tested it, works fine, so that's good. My last game, you could say, is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I got this from a charity shop, which only cost me £1, which was fine. Game is pretty good condition. Unfortunately, the instruction booklet itself is pretty battered, you could say. Pretty ruined, but the good thing is that the disc is okay, the disc is great. So you go, yeah. I've played it, but obviously since I'm not that smart, you could say, it's really hard for me to play. I don't know all these pretty much hard questions that you know from before the 1990s. Right, well that's pretty much all my game collection I managed to get, but since I'm also an anime fan, I managed to get some manga as well, which I'll show you if you're interested. If I could just move some things out of the way. Just move these. See, I pretty much sat everything on top of each other, so pretty hard to move them all. Now, this is what I managed to get, if I can sort them out. 4, 5, 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter really. Put this here. Right, now if you've heard of Rosario Vampireism, it's a pretty good anime, yeah, it's pretty funny. Managed to get these for about £26. Yeah, £26, which was pretty good, and I managed to get it from I got it from volume 4 to 8. That's because I got another manga along with it, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, I managed to get, I'm now up to volumes 1 to 8, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I'm needing to get some more space now for my bookshelf because it's starting to soon get a bit overflowed. But it just shows I've managed to keep a good collection for quite a while. And the last manga I got, which was really good, I'm happy with, is Blue Exorcist, or